Hello, everyone. We have another 2028 election prediction video. This time we have Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, up against Marjorie Taylor Greene. She represents Georgia and Georgia's 14th congressional district. So, this would be probably one of the weakest Republican candidates that the Republicans could run in a general election scenario. I'll just go down her Wikipedia page. She believes in tons of conspiracy theories that are just extremely outlandish. She doesn't believe in climate change whatsoever. She's very far right on nearly every political issue. So that's definitely going to hurt her. She's just extremely right wing, like near the fringes of that. So she's definitely going to underperform on nearly every metric. She's also extremely anti-abortion. So that's like she's not going to win over independents or moderates at all, and I see her just getting crushed in a general election scenario. She's just so unelectable. It's crazy. So let me just finish setting up all the safe red states, and then we could get into it. So still, she would win all of these states still, probably by over 10 percentage points. So let's get right into it. Starting off, I think New Mexico would be safe blue. Virginia and New Jersey would also be safe blue. I think Minnesota would be safe blue. I think Maine at large would also be a safe blue state. I think I would put New Hampshire as also safe blue. It's near that margin of a double digit victory, like 11-point win. Maine second. Gavin Newsom probably a bit more vulnerable here. I think Marjorie Taylor could do some decently in the rural parts of Maine second, but I'd still put it at like a 6-point win for Gavin Newsom in Maine's second congressional district. Things she believes in are just kind of beyond the pale of the average voter. Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, I think they would still be like only 9-point margins across these states. Again, there's still a lot of rural voters who would turn out and vote for her in those three states. Down in Florida, this is a state where I still think Gavin Newsom would just be out of reach. Even with Marjorie Taylor Greene as the nominee, she would probably still carry Florida by around 4 points or so. In Nevada and Arizona, I think Arizona would just go safe blue. I don't think they're the type to really go for someone that extreme. So as Nevada, I think this would also go to Newsom by around 10-ish points or so, like Arizona. In Iowa and Ohio, I don't think she would do well in Ohio, but I would put it only as a 4-point win for Gavin Newsom. Because again, Gavin Newsom's a pretty liberal Democrat, so there's still wouldn't be that big of a margin. Same with Iowa. It's actually a pretty rural state, so I still don't think it'd be likely blue. Nebraska second would be safe blue. Nebraska's first district, I think this would be a lean blue flip, actually. In Georgia and North Carolina, I would put them both as likely blue states, probably about 8-point wins in both of them. South Carolina, I still would think would vote for Marjorie Taylor Greene, honestly. Same with Missouri. I still think they would back her, even though she just supports all these wacky policies and believes in these crazy things. The state of Texas, I do think it would go to Newsom narrowly, like Iowa and Ohio. I don't think Texas would go behind her. In the state of Alaska, I also think that would be a Democratic flip. So she wins the narrow states of Florida, South Carolina, and Missouri while pretty much losing or winning in all these other really super red states. I think her margin would probably go down a bit in Montana. I could see that, and maybe Kansas. And I guess Indiana as well, her margin could go a little bit downwards, but I still think she would win a lot of these safe red states out here, even Utah. I'm pretty doubtful that Newsom could really make it all that competitive, even if against like the weakest candidate in history in Marjorie Taylor Greene. But it's still Gavin Newsom gets close to 400 electoral votes in this scenario against Marjorie Taylor Greene. This is a very unlikely scenario. It's probably never going to happen that she somehow wins the nomination, but I feel like this video is important to make in the off chance she does somehow get the nomination against all the odds, which is just, that would be crazy if she somehow got it. I would never expect that at all. But this is what it would look like. It would be kind of a wipeout for Marjorie Taylor Greene. So thank you, everyone who has watched this video. If you're new to this channel, you should definitely consider subscribing. I make U.S. political videos all the time on here. Other than that, I will see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching.